So I'm doing this thing called a review. I don't know if you ever heard of it. If you haven't, I made it up, so I don't know why I would. But in all seriousness, I am doing a little thing on my channel called a review. Yeah, and this review is going to be on the Gadget Retro Freak, a clone console of sorts that is really something freaky. It actually does live up to its name of being called the Retro Freak because it is so freaking awesome. And I don't know how to fully explain it without really showing you guys, and you'll be seeing footage throughout my my talking. I ordered it a few days ago and it came in today. I played around with it and I enjoyed what I got. I don't have a whole lot of old retro games to use on the Retro Freak, but what I do have definitely worked. I tried some of my Super Nintendo stuff. I tried my all my Game Boy Color and Game Boy Color, Game Boy Original, and not all of my Game Boy Advance, but I tried most of my Game Boy family collection, and it works freaking great. I mean, I've had a blast shooting the footage for this. It's really good. What it is pretty much is an emulator. You're buying an emulator. I know it's, oh no, not emulation. But it's actually not that big of a deal. You can still play the hardware as it's intended to be, or you can just play it off of the storage. You have that option to play on the storage. And what's great about the Game Boy games is you can pretty much you can give it the Super Game Boy borders, which is awesome, by the way. Certain games will have the Super Game Boy borders, which is really freaking cool. I do enjoy that as well. It's just freaking awesome. I wish I could just scream how much I love this console. It works really well. I've had little problems with it though, and that's with the Game Boy port. It's really tight, and when I try to put in certain games, it doesn't read them right off the bat, so I had to like take them out, put them back in every so often. But it works. It does work. It needs a little bit of love, or either that or my cartridges need cleaning. I'm gonna go with the latter, and I don't have a 1-up card or rubbing alcohol. I might have a Q-tip though. But it works. I do love it quite a bit, and I would highly recommend it. Any complaints that I would have are pretty much forgiven. I mean, because it does work in the end. Whether or not my cartridges are the reason for it not, reading 100%, because they will say like unknown game and then put like a random hex number. But again, that's forgivable because it could just be my dirty games trying to play on a newer hardware. Other than the slots being tight, I really don't have any complaints about it. It really does work well, and you'll see it. You'll see footage throughout this. I could ramble on and on and on and on, but you guys don't want to hear that. You guys want to hear my final thoughts, and my final thoughts are: go ahead and buy it. I don't know why you're sitting there just listening to this fat kid ramble on and on about the Retro Freak. If you want to get it, go get it. It is $165 for the standard version, and it comes with pretty much the cartridge adapter, the console itself, and a controller. It doesn't come with a adapter for the controller ports, which again, they're all USB, which is really great. But it doesn't come with a controller adapter. That's the premium one, which I plan on buying separately because it'll be cheaper in the long run to do so. It's not a necessity for me because I got a bunch of USB controllers. I don't have a lot of I don't got a lot of controllers anyways. So I'm happy with the idea of using USB. I have more USB controllers in the long run. But yeah, I have little to no complaints about it. It runs off of HDMI, it runs off an AC adapter. It works. Go buy it. I recommend it. And It's a nice, convenient way to play all of your original games on when you travel. You don't have to carry a bunch of freaking cartridges with you. You can just load them all on an SD card, and it's really easy to set up. But I'm done rambling here. Go get it. I recommend it.